This is the best of Kiko. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. Today I want to share with you all of my favorite Kiko products. And when I started to put this video together, I was like, yeah, I'm about to like showcase just every single product I have by the brand. That's not necessarily the case. There's more Kiko in my life than just these products. But yeah, I love Kiko. They are one of my favorites. In my brain, they sort of function as a drugstore brand, even though of course they're not available at the drugstore. But I feel price point wise, they're very similar to a L'Oreal or, you know, a Max Factor type of thing, that sort of level of price point I feel. So a little bit more expensive than very, very cheap drugstore products. And that's why in my brain, they sort of fit that drugstore category. And especially with the quality of the products, as we will talk about as we talk about these products, I feel they just cannot be beat. However, the Kiko price points have been creeping up a little bit too much lately, especially with their latest limited edition collection. They're charging 30 euros for that Cavalli bronzer collaboration thing, and I'm like, that's a bit steep. I hope it's just the collab, that's why it's more expensive and it's not the regular products, but also their foundations have been creeping up. I feel like one of the foundations I have to show you here today was like 20 or maybe 21 euros, and they have a new foundation out that I would like to try that I believe is 23. So I do feel their prices are sort of getting there to a point where I'm like, really? But yeah, I do really enjoy Kiko. They do sales very often, so I always wait for them to do some sort of coupon, a buy two get two for free sort of deal. I always feel that those are the best moments to buy Kiko. I mainly buy them online though. If you want to find them in a store, you can as well. They do have brick and mortar stores. Most major cities in Europe have these stores, but you will not find them at a drugstore. As I said, they have their own Kiko dedicated store that you can then have a browse and you can do swatches and you can do all that. I tend to buy them online because I find that the online stock is a little bit better. And as far as I can tell, it comes directly from Italy. So that's great. Kiko, or at least the entire brand name is officially Kiko Milano, is a Italian-based brand. A lot of luxury makeup is also made in Italy. So again, as we are talking about these products, I will tell you a little bit about what like alternatives I have found for these in luxury brands. And I think there is a lot here that's actually also something from a luxury brand. That I just like either equally as much, or sometimes I've just kept the Kiko version over the more luxury thing, or I haven't even tried the more luxury option because I like the Kiko option already so much that I just know I want to share that. So let me talk you through. I have, I think, a full face makeup look here for you, and I have different products in each category as well. So we're gonna do swatches. I hope you're here for the ride. First things first, foundation. If you can find your shade in any of the Kiko foundation ranges, they do some excellent things. They do very full coverage things. They do matte things. They do skin tints. They do everything. These are my two particular favorite foundations from them. I've tried more, and I've even decluttered some of my older favorite foundations because they came out with these ones later, and I like these better than the things I used to have. So that's definitely there. The only problem with a lot of Kiko is that because it's an Italian brand, they do tend to cater to more medium skin tones. That is something I have found. Warm-toned medium skin. That's their whole spiel. A lot of their bronzers do that. But they do have options for other skin tones, and they are getting better at it as well. I do find, because whenever they do limited edition collections, they do foundation ranges there as well. Those tend to only come in 4 shades, which have never worked for me. Which is also why I've stopped trying so many Kiko limited edition stuff. I find in their regular range that you can buy year round, there are better options if you have fair skin with a cool to neutral undertone like I do, than in the limited edition ranges. But the first one that I tried was actually not the Instamoisture Glow, but the one with the black cap, which is the Instamoisture foundation. It's a medium coverage foundation, I feel. This is the dewy version of it, so I like that better because I have dry skin, so I like a little bit of glow, you could say. This is in shade 1R, and 1R is, I think, the lightest shade they do. And I think for some people this is still going to be too warm toned, but here is that swatch right there. As you can see, a really lovely shade for someone like me with my complexion. This is probably going to be messy when I swatch it, so I'm just gonna be very careful here, but this came out last year. This is the Skin Lover Intense Serum Foundation in 1CR. This came in a better shade range. This is not even the lightest shade that they do. It comes with a dropper, and before it starts to run everywhere, here is what the shade looks like. It's a little bit pinkier than the other one that it's sitting right next to. It's also a little bit lighter, and it works really well for me in the like fall winter season, I would say, is when I like to wear this. This is really beautiful. It's very hydrating, works beautiful on the skin. I had so many compliments from you guys watching my videos whenever I wore this foundation. Everybody was telling me I look glowy and healthy and what's on your skin, because it looks really beautiful, and it was always this. Wears wonderful as well. So for something that's more of like a very intensely hydrating, dewy formula, it doesn't look oily, it doesn't look like you've sweated in the wrong places. It just looks really beautiful and natural on the skin, in my opinion, which is why I love these two foundations from Kiko for sure. One more so for like the spring summer season for me, and one that's more like fall winter for me. Love those. The Skin Loving series also came with a really good concealer. I actually used up a Kiko concealer last month. The Skin Tone concealer is one of my faves as well. I think this is the third time I've used it up, so you know I like it. But I still have this, the Skin Lover Intense Serum Concealer in shade 1. This is a bit of a weird one because it's a very hydrating formula. I have found that this does only work with the foundation though. It doesn't really work with a lot of my other products. And it comes, let me take some of it off, so hopefully you can see, but it comes with a metal applicator, making it very cooling on the skin. Shade-wise, it's a little bit light for me for right now, but this is also because of the very hydrating formula, something I like to wear more so in the fall-winter season. But this is beautiful, and I couldn't stop using this when I use it, especially together with the foundation. It was excellent. But I do feel it works best with the matching foundation. I haven't really had the best results with this blending into other foundations. But maybe that could be that because this is so wet and almost emollient, it could mean that if your other base products are a little bit too like heavy, that it doesn't gel well. I definitely think that that may be the case. But those are the first couple of complexion products. And of course, my Radiant Fusion face powder. I'm going to go back to this. I'm currently using an essence powder that I want to use up first, but this I'm going back to. This is in shade 1. I believe it's just called Ivory. So I'll give it a swatch for you. And this powder is the exact same as the Hourglass Ambient Lighting face powder in Diffused Heat. No? Diffused Light. Diffused Heat is a blush by them. But this is beautiful. I have Diffused Light as a mini to take with me on vacation. But this powder, it's a third of the price of what the Hourglass goes for, and it lasts me longer when I use it. So, you do the math. But when I start using that, I don't need another powder for like the next 1.5 to 2 years, because that's how long it lasts. It comes with 8.5 grams of product. Lovely amount. I only use a little bit of powder anyways. I only use it a little bit on my T-zone and like on my under eye area. That's all the powdering I do. But this is so, so beautiful, and I love it. It's been my go-to. I think this is my second or third one of this that I'm using, because I just love it so much. And like I said, a very good dupe for the Hourglass. Shall we talk cheeks? Blush, bronzer, and highlight. I love those as well. I've got several options here. I've got some creams and liquids, and I've got a couple of their powder products as well. Essentially, if you only have one thing you take away from this video, if it comes in the silver packaging, I tend to like it. That's just the way it is. Let me see what we have here. I did already swatch these bronzers for you the other day. This is the exact same bronzer in 2 shades. Shade 1 and Shade 8 in the Flawless Fusion Bronzer. Shade 1 was discontinued. You can see, I really want to hit pan on this one actually this year. It's got a really huge dent in, such a wonderful thing. I love this thing to pieces. Here is what shade 8 looks like. And shade 8 is simply the more intense version of shade 1. Shade 8 is currently available. They actually updated the shade range. And I do really like both. With 8, I just need a slightly lighter hand, and shade 1, I can just go to town and I don't have to worry about a thing. But these are excellent, and I just really love them. So, there's a reason why I bought a backup the minute they launched those new shades. I really love it. So, those are the bronzers. I also have one of their contour sticks that I really enjoy. This was actually a recommendation by a viewer a couple of years ago. This is the Sculpting Touch Creamy Contour Stick in shade 200. This is a great dupe for Rare Beauty's Power Boost. So their contour stick, this is the exact same shade, or bronzing stick I should say. And even though Kiko calls this a contour, I use this as a bronzer, because what else is new? Then let's do highlighter next. For highlighter, these are some things I love as well. We have a liquid and a powder here. The Glow Fusion in shade 1. I think it's again called Ivory. Kiko doesn't put any of the names on their products, which is a bit of a shame. But this is lovely. I've hit pan on mine. I've had this for a long time though. This took a long time to hit pan on. But every single time I use it, I hit a bit more pan, which is great. So here is what that powder highlighter looks like. Really beautiful. A very subtle highlight. Very similar to the Hourglass like strobe lighting highlighters. Those a lot of people didn't like at the time when they were launched, because so many people didn't like them. And this is the Glow Fusion in shade 2, Sweet Dreams. This is the liquid version. This is more of like a rosy tone. Really pretty. It's a bit messy, so I'm trying to be very careful here. Really, really pretty. And I actually just recently, again, another Hourglass product I tried, but it's very similar to my Hourglass liquid, the liquid highlighters they came out with a couple of months ago in the shade Evoke. I have a slightly different shade in the Hourglass one, but this is very similar to that in terms of like formula. So that's another great one from Kiko. And then I have another highlighter, and this is their glitter baked highlighter. This way you can see a little bit better. This is really pretty. Don't be scared from the name glitter. Yes, it does have glitter, but it's not like a disco ball glitter. It's pretty glitter. It's very similar to Fenty Beauty, I feel, this formula from Kiko. It's very similar to the Fenty Beauty Demi Glows. That's what I would compare it to. Really beautiful as well. And then I love these powder blushes from Kiko as well. This is the Shade Fusion in 05. Mine is in this mauvey tone. They don't do this trio color one anymore, but they still do the Unlimited blush, it's called now, in also a mauve tone. That's really pretty. But because I have this and I wear this more often, I decluttered the other one I used to have. But this is really beautiful. And then I did pull this out of my declutter because it was like, oh, I do like the shade. This is the Plush Blush in shade 3. I've decluttered most of the products I have from any brand with these kind of doe foots because I don't like the floof, but because this shade is so good. This is essentially what I wanted a lot of those Charlotte Tilbury blushes that I used to own in this type of format, what I wanted it to be. This is such a good, more vibrant, cooler tone pink, but without it being a Barbie pink. But it has this really beautiful, do you see that? Really nice sort of cool toned flash to it. It's got more of a silver rather than a gold flash, which I enjoy because, again, I like cool tones. So here are all of my Kiko cheek products that I enjoy. I need to speed up because it's a very warm day today and I think my camera battery is overheating. So I need to talk as fast as I can. And that brings me to eyes. I love some Kiko eyeshadow. I don't love their palettes and I don't love their mascaras. Controversial, I know, but I do like their water shadows in these little single compacts. I like their eyeshadow sticks and their eyeliners. So let me talk you through. Shall we do the water shadows first? I have two of their limited edition ones. And I have 2 of the regular ones. So the regular ones are a taupey and a mauvey shade. I just swatched these for you the other day in a different video. Here they are side by side. These water shadows are amazing. You can use them wet or dry. They can be used as liner. They can be used as anything. If you use them dry, they are going to be a sheerer, more satin sort of finish. So like this. But you can intensify these, and they come in heaps of shades. And these are really beautiful. Some of them are a little bit more sparkly. Some of them have a little bit more of a matte finish. I just really, really think these are beautiful, really beautiful shades. But they do come out with these limited editions from time to time. So one of them even comes in different packaging. These are the Chrome Tech water shadows. This is shade 3. This was the first one they came out with. And this is a really beautiful, like, blue, purpley, duochrome sort of shade. And the other one is from the Lumiverse limited edition. This is the water shadow in Quantum Violet. And this is more of like a purple to gold, sort of multi-chrome almost. It's got a bit of green in too. And here is what those 2 things look like. Again, one more sparkly and the other one is a little bit more subtle. But I love these, and especially these more special things. I mean, it's not going to be like indie brand kapow in your face different sort of sparkle, but especially if you are someone who likes more subtle things, these are really beautiful, and I really enjoy the water shadows. They did change the formula because of EU regulation. They had to. I still have some of the old formula, and the old formula was a little bit smoother. These are a little bit more sparkly, but I do find them very comparable. And I think my love for Kiko actually got started with their eyeshadow sticks. I just grabbed 5 random shades that were lying on top. These are the ones I reached for the most. I have a really old periwinkle one, a taupey one, then I have their matte skin tone shade, I have their multi-chrome one, and then I have a taupe, like a matte grayish taupe one. These can be used as bases to smoke things out. You can wear them as is, as a quick one and done. You can use them on the lower lash line. You can use them wherever. These are so great and versatile, and whenever I see shades that I enjoy, I tend to just grab for them. Periwinkle is a very difficult shade to get right for most brands, and this is one of the best periwinkles of my life. And even though this is a very old product, it hasn't gone moldy. It doesn't, like, it's got a little bit crumbly over time, but it's not so dry that I can no longer use it. You know what I mean? So here is that periwinkle shade swatched for you right there. Love that. And then we'll do the 2 matte ones. So this is the skin tone one. This is great if you're in a pinch and you just want something to sort of cover your lid and have it be like a nice even skin tone. These set themselves so you don't even really need a separate eyeshadow primer for it. And here is the gray one. Grayish taupe, sort of really nice base for like a neutrally smoky eye. You can use glitters on top of these. They are excellent. And then this is shade 46. And this, I don't think they still do it, but this was actually a multi-chrome. So I hope you can see this. It's got a little bit of a deeper base. Maybe if I sheer it out a little bit, maybe you can see it better then. But this, under like things, just to add a bit of interest, it works really well on the lower lash line. I feel sometimes multi-chromes don't really show up on my lower lash line because I don't have enough space there, but that one does. And then of course a taupe, because we all know I like my taupes. This is a grayish, like deeper taupe. They do discontinue a lot of these shades. So very often like they come and go. So that's why I say whenever I find shades I enjoy, I pick those up and I use them whenever I feel an eye look needs them, or I travel with these as well from time to time. They are really, really good. Like I said, very similar to the Caviar sticks from Laura Mercier. But I also have an eyeshadow stick from Victoria Beckham that they are very similar to. So, just so you know. Kiko is one of the best eyeshadow stick brands on the market. They do plenty of shades. Creamy, easy to blend with, sets themselves, won't budge, easy to travel with. If you're someone who is stressed out by an eyeshadow palette, maybe just invest in a couple of these eyeshadow sticks. And they're also pretty affordable compared to other things in the Kiko line. I believe they retail for about like 10 euros each. It's great. And then I have some of their eyeliners. These are their kohl pencils. These are officially called the Intense Color Long Lasting Eyeliner. I do find these particular ones with the clear lids and the little doe foot, those are the best ones. I have shade 18, 13, 9, and 4. I just wanted to show you these. These, again, are just as good as my very expensive Victoria Beckham ones. I love my Victoria Beckham ones, but if you're on a budget and you want the same look for less, look no further than these ones. I discovered these because I was looking for a good brown eyeliner, because if I wear like an eyeliner like this in the waterline, it tends to be a brown. And this is one of the best brown eyeliners I've ever found. It's not too red, not too dark. You know how sometimes brown eyeliners are almost black? Doesn't look good on me. If the brown in them is too warm tone and its cue's too red, doesn't look good on me. This is right smack in the middle, like this really nice chocolatey coffee brown color. One of the best browns I have. They do an amazing green. I also think I have a teal shades by them. I have the purpley one because a purple eyeliner is also a must in my house. Do I wear these a lot? No, I don't tend to wear eyeliner all that often. And then this is so beautiful in the inner corner. I believe this is like called Shimmering Taupe or something like that officially. It's shade 18. They came out with it a little bit later. Really beautiful, shiny, great in the inner corner. You can use this as well to just add a little bit of interest to another look. Using a couple of these eyeliners with the eyeshadow sticks can be a look. These are, again, super versatile, and I really love them, and you can sharpen them, which I also enjoy. All right, and that brings me to the final category of things I love from Kiko. I love Kiko lipsticks. I now have a drawer in my lipstick collection that is dedicated to just Kiko lip products. Nothing else is in there save for Kiko. I love their lip products. I've done several videos with them, like not with them because I'm not sponsored, I just bought this with my own money, but like that I've used every single formula that they do in the lipstick ranges. So I can link a couple of those down below that I've done in the past. I did declutter some over the years, and then I've kept some, decluttered others. Maybe that can be an interesting video as well for the future. Do you want to see me like swatch my entire Kiko Milano lipstick collection for you guys? Is that something you would be interested in seeing? Let me know. They do really good mauve tones. If you want a good mauve tone lipstick, I did a video all about mauve tone lipstick a couple of weeks ago, so I'll link that in the description box down below. But I featured this. This is the Unlimited Stylo in shade 22. This is such a good, warmer, yet still very wearable, my lips but better, purpley, pinky mauve tone. It's excellent. Really creamy, really easy to wear, great pigmentation, and they last really well as well. One of my favorite formulas by them is the Velvet Passion, I'm about to say. Is that correct? Yes, Velvet Passion. I'm never sure because these are very similar to the Lisa Eldridge True Velvet lipsticks, and I always mess up the names because of it. The Kiko Milano range also comes in like 40 colors or something crazy. This is one of the more interesting things that they do. This shade is called Taupe. Do I have a number for this? I can't read the number. I think it's 322. This is one of the best brown lipsticks I have in my entire makeup collection. It's very, very nicely cool toned, but without it looking weird and gray. It's got that hint of purple that makes it actually wearable, and it's one of the best lipsticks that Kiko does. And Kiko is really good at doing slightly more unusual lipsticks. In the other video, I showed you the mauve version of this formula, but I also have the Jelly Stylo in shade 510, and this is another taupey shade, and this does have a bit of an unusual gray tone to it. This is really pretty. If you want something that's different, Kiko does the Velvet Passion in green, in blue, in black. So they also do some more creative things in their lipstick ranges, and I just really like this one. It's, again, a brown with gray, but there's a little bit of red in there too. Really nice. This is a sheer formula that's a bit creamier. And then they also did this, the 3D Hydra Lip Stylo. This is newer from them. This came out at the end of 2025. This is in shade 18, and this is a really nice cool tone shade again. So beautiful. I did declutter some of these because not all of the shades added anything to my collection, but this is such an interesting like grayish plummy tone, like a berry but without it being super blue. So stunning. Really interesting color there. And we cannot forget the, these are the Powder Power lipsticks. This is the burgundy one that they do. They do some really good vampy things too. They do nudes. They do everything under the sun. This is a dupe for the MAC Powder Kiss lipstick formula. So they do that. And this is such a beautiful shade for the fall time. It's giving MAC Rebel vibes, but then in this really nice blurry sort of look. I like it. And then one of the things that Kiko does really well, I almost decluttered all of mine, but then I decided to keep them all. I don't wear these as often because I don't love the shades I have. But formula-wise, the 3D Hydro Glosses from Kiko are some of the best lip glosses you're going to find. They are simply amazeballs. They have a bit of a doe foot going on. This is one of the more sheer, like toppery things. This is a little bit like milky, and then it has this really nice pearl to it. They do a lot of these shades in their limited edition collections as well, I find. But this is from the regular range, and this is so beautiful. It's this pinky, bluish green almost. It's so beautiful, topped over other things. And this is just an array. I still have Glossy Dream, Gossamer Emotion. I have so many other formulas from Kiko that I couldn't even put in this video today because I just have too many. So this is just a selection. Let me know in a comment down below, do you want me to do a swatch video with all of my Kiko lip products? I could definitely do that. I also have lip liners by them. Those I love too. But this is like 10 product categories, you could say. So foundation, concealer, blush, bronzer, highlighter, eye stuff, lip stuff, like you name it. I have a favorite by Kiko across my entire makeup collection. So you know that it's a good one. You know I love them for that reason. So thanks so much for watching me here today. Let me know about your favorite Kiko products. I would love to know because this was a lot of swatches and I had a lot of fun filming this for you guys. So thanks so much for being here. I am going to turn this camera off because it is about to die in the heat. I only have about 10% battery life left, so I did a good job there. So thanks so much for being here, and I hope to see you again really, really soon in a new video. Bye-bye.